So I am gonna because I made all of you participants. So I'm gonna just everyone close their or mute their.
That, yeah. Oh, okay.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
I'm trying to mute everybody now. Here we go.
I didn't know this was a visual one.
It was supposed to be a webinar.
Uh-oh.
You said it's supposed to be a webinar. We're all in here.
We're all in here.
I don't have my camera on.
Me either.
Well, Janelle's gonna say hi, Felicia.
So yeah, you guys all mute yourselves.
Okay.
Let's see. I think that's better. The other thing is, let me see this. So I actually kind of like this because I can see y'all. And it wasn't going to be that many of us today. So I kind of like this because usually I'm trying to bring you in to see you. And now I can kind of see you guys unless you have your cameras off. I'm not mad at it. I hope y'all are all right with it because I think this is what we're going to be doing today. For the most part, I believe you all can see me. So, and you can also still make comments in the chat. And then if you want to come on and talk, I would love that because we're going to do a lot of Q&A today. So this is good. I don't have a special guest. I usually have a special guest and I don't today. And I'm fine with that too, because I mostly have my special guest because I was doing dedication to texture 3s and texture 4s. So I would bring people in to talk about their texture mostly. But when I'm on Zoom, and that's on StreamYard, when I'm on Zoom, I actually like to do Q&As. I like doing, showing you tutorials about the hair. And so, you know, today is going to be a little different. There are 15 of us in here. So this is great. So give me a thumbs up if y'all okay with this. And if you can see me and hear me. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you, Saba. And if y'all want to come in and chime in, totally, you know, put your hand up. But I wanted to talk today about the children because I've been getting a lot of DMs and emails in terms of women having to explain to their daughters why they don't want them to straighten their hair. And it's been really an interesting conversation because when you ask the child, you know, and I've done some Zooms, some private Zooms. So when I'm asking, can you guys see me? I don't know if you can see me. Yeah, okay. So when I'm asking, when the mom puts the child on and I'm asking her, you know, why she wants to straighten her hair, the child usually says she doesn't know. And so then I have to kind of probe and talk a little bit and really find out what is it that they're looking at, the reason why they don't know or they want the hair. And mostly it's the cartoons. It's the cartoons. Sometimes, you know, as parents, you got to do what you got to do. So your hair might be straight and your child is looking at you. But a lot of times it's the cartoons. And I just find that very interesting that the children, when they're looking at this, it makes you wonder what is it that they are attracted to with the straight hair. So I just want to know from y'all, you know, and you can unmute yourselves, but I want to know basically, have you even had to deal with this? And if so, what do you think it is that your child is attracted to? Saba, here, I'll unmute you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah. I thought the cartoons had gotten better and they have more, hairstyles that reflect little black girls. I thought I saw I know there's more than when I was a child,
Yeah.
but I thought it had gotten better in regards to that. So that I find that interesting that still it's the cartoons. My girlfriend yesterday, we were doing a happy hour Zoom call and she was doing a little girl's hair as a friend of hers. She was doing her hair. The little girl's adopted, so she was doing her hair and she was doing her hair because her mom doesn't know how to do her hair.
Okay.
She doesn't know how to do it. And she says she's looking at the little girls at school with the straight hair and she wanted to have her hair like the little girls at school. She's about 9. She's about 9 years old.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's who they're surrounded by, and the conversations that happen in that circle too. Because kids, although we look at them, we're like, they're little. What could they possibly talk about? They have some deep conversations if you ever listen in. They really are pretty grown. And you're right, Saba, like the cartoons play a huge part because they're sitting there staring at it, and maybe they don't know what's beautiful about them yet. And so I think that a lot of it has to do with us instilling in our children that they're beautiful. But then that becomes difficult for us, and I'm not a parent, I'm an auntie, I'm a godmother, but I'm a hairstylist. And so we get to hear every single side, even from watching a child grow up into a teenager and doing their hair, you get to see how they develop. And definitely, I think in our community, being a parent, a lot of Black parents don't want to pump the child up too much and not make them realize it's important to be smart too. And so a lot of the girls that come, especially the teenagers, when they show up, their self-esteem is kind of low. It's low. And so we really need to talk about what we can do in our community, especially me from a hairstylist standpoint, to instill in our young women that they're beautiful and that they are worthy. And that was really the conversation I wanted to have today. I have products in front of me, and if you have a question about hair, I'll totally will answer that. But I really want us to start to figure out how do we get the healing to happen early with our daughters in our community. Hi, somebody just signed on Beverly. I'm going to mute you. Okay. Hey, Beverly, I'm going to mute you. I don't know. Did you want to be on camera? Beverly?
Yes.
Did you want to be on camera?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. You popped up on camera, so this is good.
I didn't know I was doing that, but okay.
Yeah, you can hide yourself or you can be on camera. What I did today was I made this a meeting instead of a webinar. So, and
I like this better. I'm used to Zoom. Okay.
And I'm answering hair questions, and we're talking about our young girls and how to get instill self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
Yeah.
I heard a bit of that. That's very important.
Yes.
Yeah, so. I didn't. Well, okay. I'll wait for you. You take the lead.
No, so we're having this is an open forum right now, basically, and I figured this would be a good day to do this because I usually have a larger group, so it's a small group together today. So we're gonna talk about it all and hair, and I said if you have some beautiful 4B hair happening right here.
I just got out of the shower. I just washed it.
It looks gorgeous.
You like it?
It looks super soft.
It's very soft. That's part of my issue with it. I'm understanding from you, I have to be delicate. It's like my dentist said about my teeth. Don't hack at be gentle.
No problem. So you're in the room with 20 other women who are appreciating your beautiful natural hair.
Oh. Well, I want you all to know, if I have a second, I'm 70 years old, and I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah. My mother was a hairdresser. She was trained by Madam C.J. Walker.
Oh, wow.
years ago. But
Yeah.
you know, the approaches were totally different.
Mhm.
And me and my three sisters, so she had, were her clients. She didn't work, she didn't have time to deal with anybody else.
Yes.
So you would have thought I would have learned more, but you know, it's like you go to the hairdresser, you put your head in their hands,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know anything. You just, okay, I'm
Yeah,
done, and you walk out.
that's true.
So that's been my experience. And so again, I'm just trying to, you think it's 4B?
I think it's 4B. It looks like it's 4A in the front and 4B is around the back. It's so pretty.
Thank
And the
you.
women on here are saying this. You can't see the chats, but they are
No.
telling you how beautiful it is. So what
Well,
did you put in it?
sorry.
What did you put in it just now?
Your stuff,
What's
Miss
mine?
Jackie's
Oh,
stuff. I'm sorry. Aunt Jackie's co-wash.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in there for my sister, so I'm forgetting everything. But then I don't really have a conditioner.
Okay.
Unless not on my watch. Is that a conditioner?
Do you have a leave-in?
I don't.
Okay. So you need a leave-in. And not on my watch is kind of like a leave-in. It detangles.
That's what I put. That's what's in it now. Heavy.
Yeah.
When I got out, I put in a bunch of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a leave-in. So yeah, well, I'm gonna show you because this is what I've been on this real heavy lately, and I love. This is a company called Alodia, and it's Alodia. Can you guys see? Can you see this? I don't know how I come up on here.
I can see it, but it's awkward. I'm glad you spelled it. Can we get a list of these? Can we get a list
Oh,
of these
somebody
when
just
you're?
put it in the chat. Yes, I will definitely make a list of it. But this has aloe vera juice, almond oil, lavender oil in it, and it's a moisturizing hair cream, and it's light. And this has been my new thing. Matter of fact, all of Alodia's products has transformed me as a hairstylist.
Oh my God! Don't tell me that.
I know I'm not getting paid from her to say that, but I use this stuff and I was like, oh, this is it for Texture Force. But the issue is she's selling out. She's selling out.
Oh, she's closing. The business is closing.
No, she's selling out.
Oh, it's popular.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
at the beauty supply?
No, I think she's online. I support a lot of mom and pop businesses and they're usually online.
That's nice that you do that. I really like that.
Well, that's
and you look for black.
This is how we recycle our black dollars in the community.
We need to do that.
The thing is, we don't have patience enough to order it and wait. We want Amazon, we want everything else. So a lot of these product brands don't get their just due because we're not supporting them, you know.
Because we wait to the last minute to get our products.
Yeah. Yes, I believe so. So I would say the next thing then would be the not on my watch for you. But do you even have a leave-in?
Let me go get what I have.
Okay. Dana Lane, I know you just signed on and you're probably really super confused, but I did a meeting instead of a webinar today. So people can
I got it. I understand. I'm going with the flow.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Hi, my
Your
friend.
hair is great, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, look at your hair.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, Miss Beverly. Your hair is beautiful too. I love it. We got our wash and go looks today.
Well, I'm gonna see what I end up doing. I don't know. Maybe I'll twist. I'm trying to learn how to do the twist that she was teaching us.
Oh, are we going to do the twist?
Well, maybe. So I went and got this stuff. So Purify Me.
Okay, that's your co-wash.
Then I put in from somebody else. what's called a leave-in conditioner. I don't know if it's
Pattern Beauty. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then when I
think that one is good, but it's for texture threes. Leave that one.
Okay.
More texture threes seem to.
I'm not surprised. I'm not. She doesn't specialize the way you do. So then I just put in a whole bunch of this.
Okay.
Just a whole bunch. I got my spray bottle.
Hi, somebody, can they mute themselves?
Mom, what? Oh, this is Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Oh, wow.
These are my girls. I have mixed babies, and I really, really need help with their hair.
Okay. Well, I'm talking to Beverly, and then after we will definitely pull you guys in. So mute yourself for now, and then once Beverly and I do her twist, we'll bring you right in.
Oh, twist. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
So then I did the LOC.
Okay.
There's jojoba oil in here.
Yeah.
And I think not on my watch. I think. I also have the this one, the Don't Shrink.
Okay. So do you want to
That's
try
what I
wash
have.
and go? This looks like everything you showed me is wash and go. So let's try wash and go. Do you have your clip to clip away your hair?
I don't have any clips. I don't have any clips. I have bobby pins. Yeah.
Okay, let's use that. We're gonna section off a small section. This is perfect, y'all, because now you get to see how to do a wash and go straight up. Beverly about to show us. I'm gonna take you through it. It's gonna be fine, Beverly. I got you.
Let me go. I need to go get the bobby pins while you talk.
Okay, that's fine. I got you. Yeah, this is great. I actually like this because then I can see y'all. I can help everybody. I'm excited for Wendy because she's got those two beautiful babies with that gorgeous curly hair, and we're gonna get into her after I help Beverly and whoever else needs me. We here, we're just gonna go for it all. But I definitely want us to have a conversation about instilling the self-esteem in the children, especially for me. It's through their hair, their skin. I'm able to work from that standpoint. So this is going to be good, and we might even do a part 2 if we don't finish it all today, because I'm here with you pretty much every Saturday or Sunday. I try to come on just to keep things going while we're quarantining and keeping our hair straight. It's like, how we don't have our hairstylist, so what do you do? A lot of women, a lot of you all, especially on this call, I have had private consults with you. Y'all rocked it out. Like, you guys learned how to twist right away. I was very impressed. You back, Beverly?
I'm back.
All right, perfect. So I want you, let me get my little Madeline doll here. Can you see Maddie?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want
Maddie with the long, thick hair versus.
So don't look at the length of it, and don't look at the thickness, but I just want you to take a small piece out on the side and pin away the part of the hair that you're not going to be using yet. We're going to start in small sections.
I got a little knot here.
Uh-oh. Where's your Felicia Leatherwood detangler brush?
That's right here.
Start on the bottom, the small section, and brush it out if you find a little tangle.
And Felicia, can we check in real quick? This is Janelle. If we ordered the new brush, then we'll get the new one, right? With the seal on the bottom.
Yes, thank you for asking that, Janelle. That's perfect. Yes, they are stocking it right now as we speak, new ones. So you will get the new ones. I think the old ones are gone. So whoever has the OG, that one right there, hold on to that, but the new one's even better.
Okay, perfect.
And I'll tell you why. I'll show you guys later on what's so great about it.
Okay, I'm ready whenever.
Okay, so you know how okay, that works. I see you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So take your gel, your Don't Shrink. Wendy, you need so much help. You need a brush for each girl so you can learn to do. Okay, no problem. We're gonna work it out.
Okay.
Please drop
You
any
want me-
business we can support in replacement of the big supplier. No problem, do say. I sure will. For sure. Okay. So you're gonna start on the bottom, you put your gel, and look, you're gonna comb through like this. You're gonna take your 3 fingers like claws, and you're gonna go through. Yeah, that's
Okay.
great. Make sure you put a little bit more on the bottom because you want it to weigh the hair down. You want to get the weight on it.
My hair that comes out keeps sticking to me.
Oh, when it sheds, you mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I put more.
Let me see. You got to claw it with your fingers. There you go. Yeah, you need a bit more. You need more product.
I do? Wow.
Mhm. You can wet it though. Saturate it with your spray bottle and then put the gel on.
All right. I had already started with the gel, so we'll do that on the.
You put more water on it. You add a little, put some more of your LOC. Mm-hmm. Hey, Phoebe. You haven't seen the new brush? Yeah, we're doing commercials now for it, actually. Is it coming out?
Yeah, it's coming out.
You want it wet, 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 and then you want the gel on it. Wash and goes, the trick with wash and goes is they have to be really saturated. A lot of times women will do them in the shower, and then you put your gel on. And I always start from the bottom. Oh, look at that pretty hair. And I had to pause for the texture, for the coils and the kinks and the curls. I had to take a pause.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, L Harris. Appreciate that. Also, if you guys, like I said, Alodia, it's Alodia. Oh, that looks good, Beverly. Come to the yeah. Turn.
It really is wet.
It looks good. That's how it has to be. And then you put the gel on and you comb through it.
The gel.
And you comb through it with your fingers. Yep.
Which gel?
What you're using, the Don't Shrink. It's a flaxseed gel. Mm-hmm. And Beverly, this time start a little bit higher up with it, closer to the root, not the scalp, but the root. Yeah, and then towards the middle.
Oh, towards the middle.
Mm-hmm. And then use your fingers, your 3 fingers. That's the real trick. When you use your 3 fingers and you work it through, you start to feel it coil in your hand.
I do feel that.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt that before.
Yep. That's when the texture comes out, comes alive. It needs the love from your fingers.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Janelle says rake the product through. Yep.
Rake it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Boom.
All right.
Pretty. That's a wash and go. This is how you start your wash and go process. And you go through the whole head doing that. And then what I prefer, I think, because your hair is going to shrink a lot, is for you to use a diffuser. But I don't know if you have that. Do you have a diffuser? So you would do air dry today. You would just let it air dry. And as it dries, to stretch it, you would just lightly pull and tug just a little bit in the areas you want to be a little longer. Most of the time, it'll be around the back and the sides. But that's pretty.
That's amazing.
Looks good.
That's my hair.
That's your hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That was a joy to watch.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
I want you to, this is your wash and go.
I got it. Okay.
Sometimes texture fours can't do wash and goes, but it depends. If it's super low porosity hair, which means the hair dries a lot, it's harder to do a wash and go because the gel will dry the hair out. But you have a soft texture four, and so your hair actually has good porosity. I can just see it, just even on the dry side. And that's what can help you create that wash and go look, even though you're in the texture fours. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate that lesson.
I appreciate you coming on here because this is an impromptu day. I woke up, I had a completely flat tire.
Oh.
Who knew? You know, and
Yeah.
we're having a meeting instead of webinar, but this is better. And
Yeah, I'm loving it.
you know, so
I'm loving it.
it's great. So Beverly, before we go,
Yes.
you go play in this gorgeous head of hair. Were there any other questions you had about your hair?
So I don't remember. I see I'm in the bathroom. I don't have stuff. The name of the products, the names of the products.
Okay.
You said I have more of the 3B, I think you said stuff.
4B.
Well, but you said it would be better if I had some other, the conditioner.
Yes.
Right.
You want the Alodia would be great on you.
Alodia.
Also, if you can't get, let me show you something. This stuff right here is another pot of gold. This is the LRC company, and it's called the Potion. Now, this is another mom and pop. It's here in LA. But this stuff right here, y'all, whoo, you get this and try this. I guarantee everybody on here right now is gonna write to me and tell me this stuff was the bomb on their hair. I have never had anyone tell me this stuff didn't work. This is great. Yes, LRC. I'm going to tell you. So the website is www. Dana, can you put this up for me? LRChealthyhair.com. Healthyhair.com. LRChealthyhair.com. And y'all, this stuff right here, it's got avocado oil in it. Rosemary, peppermint, lavender, lemon, spearmint. This is the stuff. This is
Will
it.
we be able to see this after?
Yes, I'm recording it.
So I can go back to it and pick up the names. Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm recording. I also want y'all to understand there is a fly flying around me in my house that won't go away. So I'm fighting the fly. Y'all don't know it. I'm sitting here with a smile on my face. Meanwhile, I want to tear up my whole table trying to get this fly. Crazy.
I hate flies. I hate them.
Funny day. Okay, so Dana put up in the chat. Oh no, Elle put up there. Thank you, Elle. Yeah, so those are your choices and your options with conditioner, and I don't think you'll be unhappy with any of them.
Okay. I guess I need a clip or something. I don't want to.
So I'm gonna let you go. And
okay.
I'm going to find Wendy, who's gonna pop in next with her question, and I'm gonna have you mute your camera and I can mute you, but mute your camera and your audio so that you can still be with us.
Okay.
And let me
I
see.
don't know how to mute it, but let me see.
You know, if you move your where did she go? I think I lost her right when I was.
I just texted her, Felicia. Let's see if
Oh, okay. I was like,
it's my cousin. I brought a friend.
Oh, good. Thank you. That's perfect. All right. This is good. This is perfect. So, yeah, this is a wonderful impromptu day. And I still do want to address, you know, the self-esteem in our young girls just because it does keep coming up. But I'm happy with how you guys got to see that wash and go down with Beverly and that pretty gray hair she has. And I'm also in love with the fact that I like when you guys are doing your hair and you see your texture come to life. That is like everything to me. When I can see that and see you get excited about it, that's when it gets good for me as a hairstylist, because my job mostly is to make sure that you love your hair, you know how to take care of it, you know how to work with it, and you have options, and you don't feel like it's a chore or something difficult to do. So I got really super excited about that. But while we're waiting, let me see if anybody else has a quick question. Thank you all so much for joining in. So once again, today is oh, go ahead.
Well, so what do I do tonight with my hair?
You're gonna have a if you want to keep the wash and go, the best way is to put a thin little plastic bag, little plastic cap on it, and your satin bonnet on top.
Okay.
And then tomorrow when you wake up, I would
refresh
just it, just a little bit, mist it a little bit, and then tug on it a little, and you're good to go. Because the plastic bag creates like a greenhouse effect with your hair. The heat comes up from your scalp, and it really does help create that humidity that moisturizes your texture. And so that's how you keep the curls.
Sometimes I've walked around in a bag, so I know what you mean. I've walked around in the house, you know, for a little while, and you feel it. You feel the heat come into it. So
true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beverly, for asking.
I'll mute again.
You help a lot of people. I see Viola is on here with me. How are you today, Viola? And this pretty hair that you have. I've unmuted you if you want to say anything, but you'd have to unmute yourself.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. That color looks so good on you.
Thank you. That's because of you. And this is what I wanted to say about children. I don't have any kids of my own, but I have a lot of godchildren. Children, normally they have a diminished idea of who they are as a person because society tells them that they're not worthy. Yes. So it's up to the parent to make sure that they have books that look like them, and also that they are affirmed with their Black history, the positiveness of it, because it's not taught anywhere. Yeah. And there are some books that are out, like LeBron James has a book out that depicts kids of all ethnicities with hair with dreads and everything, and it's the promise of youth, and it's something to affirm their importance on this earth and that they are worthy.
I love it. Wait, what's the name of it again?
It's LeBron James, the basketball player.
Yeah, what's the name of it?
And he has a book called, I think it's The Promise of Youth.
Nice.
It's a picture book by LeBron James, aimed to inspire students to push for their dreams.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So there are a lot of people that are coming out ethnically who have books that affirm you as a person, because it's not taught. A lot of things like, you know, the different movies that have come out that depict things like, what was it called? I can't think of it right now, but when the lady who calculated the math for the landing on the moon.
Oh,
you know, we didn't know that history.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So how can you go up in a society which diminishes you and dehumanizes you as a person and feel good about yourself when you feel like you're not worthy to assimilate into the popular?
Yeah,
populace.
Exactly.
Right,
exactly.
Because everything you've learned, the only thing you've learned in school is about slavery.
Yes, it's true.
You know, and so it has nothing to do with, I mean, like the people coming out saying that, I think it's Johnny Walker, the man who got the formula for Johnny Walker was a slave.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
we're finding out so much now.
Right, right. And so That's what we have to dig up and make sure our children understand that they can walk around and being very proud of themselves because they are the kings and queens of this earth.
Mm-hmm.
We really have to dig and show them that because our society doesn't do that.
I love that you said that. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I love that. So it's called The Promise of Youth.
The Promise of Youth. But just look, you can Google LeBron James book, children book.
Okay.
You know, and it will give you the title. I think it's called The Promise of Youth. But it just came out, and he opened up a school, and he's getting these books out.
Wow. I didn't even know.
And I think, oh no, it's called I Promise. I Promise.
Okay.
It's James's first picture book. And he said that a middle school novel is coming out soon. This is for elementary kids.
So there's another one I'm getting ready to show you that one of my
it's called Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures. Yes, remember the movie that came out?
Yes, I remember that movie. It was so good.
Right, right.
And then let's see on the side here, Dana put thank you, Dana. Dana found the book and she put it up where you can order it, I guess, from Target.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's also at Barnes and Noble.
And then Siobhan, I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm so sorry. Put up a natural hair for young women. She says a good book. I didn't even know about that. I'm excited to see about the natural hair for young women book. Like, wow. And then let's see what else. Oh, Hidden Colors. Hidden Colors is, it gets deep, Devin. Hidden Colors gets really deep. But I'm not mad at it. I think that if they taught Hidden Colors in school, wow, these kids would be a whole nother kind of powerful. But yeah, Viola, thank you so much for saying that, because that's the main thing. Like right now, how do we get the young children to get used to knowing that they're kings and queens and that they are worthy of greatness?
There was a study done by blue-eyed, brown-eyed children. And what they did was they treated the blue-eyed children in elementary school with privilege. And they treated the brown-eyed children without privilege. And it showed what a mental effect it had on the kids. So it shows you that societal things that happen and that they see visually, because we live in a technology age, has an effect on their self-image and their self-esteem.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. And so one of my, I wanted to show you all something that one of my other friends came up with, and she did a whole box. It's called Super Bowl Adventures of Skateboard Pete and the Turbo Twins. And these are her kids. And she basically created books that are about her kids' adventures. And so they did it together and they got these books published. And I see more parents doing things like that. That's important for our children to see themselves inside of a book about them. And that, I think that's another good way for parents to help the self-esteem of the children, is to sit down, create a project that reflects who they are to them, you know. And the boys, I feel like the boys and the girls have a different type of confidence that they need. I'm not sure exactly how to feed both of those, but I know for the girls, for me, it's the hair. It's through the hair. So she put, I'm going through the box right now just to show you all. It's a great, she put a recipe book in here that she created with her kids for you to make little foods with your children, little snacks, which is super cute. And then she put the book, Skateboard Pete and the Turbo Twins. This is so good. And it feels wonderful.
Felicia, who did that book?
So this book is by Nicole R. Coleman, and she's a friend of mine, and she did it with her children about them. These are her twins and her son. And so it's Nicole R. Coleman. I hope you guys can see that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so really adorable that she put a cookbook in here. And then she put some cute little fun cookies. I sure don't need the cookies. But I love this. Let me show you guys. Look at that. This is so cute. This is cute. And it's a family project. They did it together. I love it. So these are all things that can help you instill that self-esteem in your children that you need. Did we ever get back? I'm going to mute you. Well, actually, I'll let you mute yourself, Viola. And I want to know, Janelle, is Wendy back?
Wendy? Yeah, the girls are standing there.
Oh, perfect. Wendy.
Just trying to tame them.
Wendy,
Say hi, girls. You can speak now.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Are we supposed to eat those donuts?
Yes, they're cookies.
I need to talk to you. They're cookies?
You need to talk to me?
Do you need to talk to them?
Yes, talk. They can hear you, Zoe.
Do you need to eat them?
Yes, I think I might eat them. I shouldn't, but I am.
Why?
Because they're little cookies. You talking about these?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are cookies that they sent. They're cute, huh?
Can you send them to us?
Where are you? Tell me where you live.
We're at Marley, California.
No, we're in Arizona. Mesa, Arizona.
We're at Mesa, Arizona. It's going to take a long time to get there. Yeah. It's so hot here.
It's hot. Woo. Okay, so tell your mom to send me your address and I will get you some cookies. Look at this pretty hair.
And give us some crab. Let me talk to you. So,
tell me.
I'll go send cookies.
Tell her your name.
Ioli.
Pretty. I like it.
Her name is Zoe. She's 3.
Zoe. I love that name. Look at this pretty hair, Zoe.
Oh, no, they're...
Yeah, I do that too. Ioli.
Huh?
We like cookies.
You like cookies?
Wait,
tell me about do you love your hair?
but it's all messy.
You don't, one at a time.
I'll cut all my hair off.
You
She
cut
got
it
the
off?
scissors a week ago, and she cut the whole side of her hair off.
Okay.
So she's lopsided. So I am like, well, she's just gonna rock it like salt and pepper.
Zoe, Zoe, do you like the haircut you gave yourself?
No, I don't.
You don't like the haircut, Zoe? Why?
Because I don't.
So were you trying to cut all of your hair off, or you just wanted
No.
to be?
My turn, Mommy. My turn.
You don't wait your turn.
I just cut a little bit off.
You just cut a little bit off. Are you gonna do it again?
No.
Are you gonna cut it off again? No.
No, I don't. Because I don't want my whole hair off.
Yeah, you don't want to cut it again. Okay. Well, your mommy might have to cut it a little bit to get it even.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, so that she can get it to grow back.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that okay? Okay. Where's your mom?
Oh, my so dear. Hope he's
Come right here.
sorry.
No, Nita. No. Alicia's gonna. She needs to speak with.
So, Mom,
Who you
tell
want
me
to
your name. Tell me your name again. Wendy,
Wendy.
right? Hi, Wendy.
Janelle invited me on.
Can you talk to me now?
Great. And so, Wendy, what have you been having any challenges in terms of
Can you talk to her? I got married.
Nita, please comment.
I talk to her.
Okay.
I'm gonna back
Mommy might have to do this by herself to get anything done. You guys must be quiet.
So,
It's okay to mute if you have to, Wendy.
Okay.
so
We can tag team it. We can tag team.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll speak
Yeah,
for
it's challenging because their hair's different. Like Anita's is always like super fine. Hers is like mine. It's very fine. But she's got the spiral curls, and then Anita's hair is a little bit coarser, and her curls are a little bit tighter.
Okay.
And then my hair, because I actually have somewhat of a you can't tell now, but I have naturally curly hair a little bit too, and I've always just like straightened it. Stop it! Please stop.
Let's see Anita's hair a little bit. Show Felicia Anita's
Here,
hair.
Anita, here. Come show your hair.
That's my hair.
Don't.
I love it.
My hair's all knocked it up.
So do you have my brush?
The back of her hair is like one big mat. Like she won't let me do it.
Not yet, Felicia.
There's no moisture. Okay. I've tried like different products, like Cantu and different things, but it just doesn't work. The products either aren't heavy enough, they're not heavy enough, or they're too oily.
Yeah.
And it just like makes it like really stringy and oily, but it doesn't do anything. So then I just have oily hair.
Yeah. So I think for her hair, the best thing, and Janelle just told me, you don't have the brush yet.
No.
Brush. You need to do another private consultation. Yeah. Can you hear me?
She muted herself.
Okay. Yeah. So once you get the brush, we'll do a private consult. But for now, what I suggest is that, and I don't know which leave-in or conditioner you have, but I think that if you have a conditioner there, that you get a spray bottle like this.
I mentioned that to her. She doesn't have a spray bottle yet.
Okay. So let's get a little gift package together. Janelle, hit me up so we
I will
put some stuff together for Wendy and the girls. And then that way I'll send it to her. And when I do the consult, Wendy, you'll have everything there you need and we'll go through it.
And they just relocated from California to Arizona. So the air, I think, is even drier there.
Yeah, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
Thank you, Felicia.
No problem. So yeah, let's make that happen for Wendy and the girls. All right. Thanks, Wendy. I look forward to talking to you, and hopefully in about a week. We got to figure out this mail situation. It's taking a little longer. So y'all, this has been so good. And time is moving fast. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here with you. If somebody else wants to chime in or has another question, please do so. And I think you can unmute yourself. Phoebe, you have your hand raised. Are you
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Felicia. It's a pleasure talking to you, watching you.
Thanks, Phoebe. What's going on?
OMG. So I have a toddler, a 15-month-old, that just came out with a head full of hair. and and I was like, oh my God, my hair and her hair. What are we gonna do? So
can I see you all? Can you video your can you start your video so I can see you?
We're not in a good place to be able to be on video. I'm sorry. Next time though, part 2. We'll be
So are you
sorry.
One product that works for the both of you?
Well, this is what it is. I kind of in the same boat as Wendy. Like, we have biracial hair, but her hair is coarse, my hair is fine. But this is the thing, is when it's dry, it's 4A, 4B with the both of us. But when it's wet, it's 3B.
When it's wet, it's 3?
Yeah, and we have we have a nut tree allergy, so I'm trying to find products that kind of don't have a lot in them, but moisturizing. That's the big issue. Sorry, she's having an episode. Moisture. We need moisture. I want my hair to look like Beverly's.
Beverly, you hear that? That's great.
When she took that shower cap off, I said, oh my goodness, that was an instant wash and go. Like,
right?
I need those. So we're 4A, 4Bs with 3B tendencies.
Okay.
And like Wendy, I have tried everything at Target and stuff, and it's either too heavy or too oily.
Mhm.
But yeah, just moisture, moisture, moisture.
I'm I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go back to. I had a feeling today was gonna be about moisture, so I was ready. I'm gonna go back to my staples, and until something else shows up where I'm like, okay, this is it. Which was the Elodia, by the way. I've always been on curls, LRC, so it's always been between curls, LRC, and unjackies, right? And then
Yeah.
Elodia showed up and blew my mind. But for you, I definitely say the shake and go spray would be great for moisture, because what it is it's kind of like its own LOC in a bottle. What he did was he took his conditioner, which I told y'all is gold, and I'm not getting paid to say none of this. So this is just me as a hairstylist telling you what I love in all of these. But he took this and he mixed it with a bit of oil, a little bit of oil, and some was it alkaline water he used to balance the pH, and he put it in a bottle. And when you put it on the hair, it's like a nice, it's almost like a lotion, but it's not heavy, and it moisturizes the hair. Yeah. Wendy, you know, I see that you sent me something. Hopefully it saves. But Janelle, hit me in my Gmail, ask Felicia Moore at Gmail, and also send me Wendy's information. But yeah, so he put it all in here. And I love that, because when I put it on the hair, it's soft. Even on this doll head I've been using for the past 6 weeks. When I put the spray on and I can go back a week later, 2 weeks later, granted, I'm not always in her hair, but I still feel that the hair is moisturized. Not oily. Not oily.
Okay,
That's
it sounds good. Sounds good. I definitely want to instill in my daughter, you know, to piggyback on the topic, what's right with her hair, you know, and natural hair is fun and it's beautiful and it's versatile, and I want her to appreciate, you know, even when it's looking bad, I want her to be like, well, it's still beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to instill in these kids, and that what's right with our hair. We're always talking about what's wrong with, oh, it can't get wet, it can't this, can't that. No, let's focus on what's right with it, because I love my natural hair. Like, I've been following you since Beautiful Textures.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
In a minute.
I learned how to cornrow from one of your tutorials. And you know, and I just wanted to say that, but I just really now that I have a daughter, I just really want to show her that this is a fun journey, because I learned it from you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Wow.
You're
That's
welcome.
wonderful. You trying to make me cry today.
Since Beautiful Textures.
Thank you so much. You know, one of the things that I tell the parents when they talk about their daughters wanting to straighten their hair, and or they sometimes say that their daughters are pretty, is to have a photo shoot with your little one. Do a beautiful photo shoot, and then when she's either asleep or you know, out of the house, put the pictures around in beautiful frames and put one next to her bed, so when she wakes up, she sees how beautiful she is, and she gets used to seeing that. So, you know, I even told one mom to blow the picture up and put it on the TV screen. Just tape it there, so that when she went to watch TV, she saw herself there on the screen. So, you know, there's little things that we can do to give them that love, and let them feel special, and also for them to get used to seeing who they are. Because a lot of the images around us don't reflect our beauty. And so it's really important for us to do that.
This is crazy that, you know, I grew up, people telling me we can't get our hair wet. And now look at, we got spray bottles in our purses.
I know.
You know, it's the mind frame and how society can change our mind you know, or don't mix your kids, or, you know, because their hair gonna be crazy, you know, just all type of stigmas on something that nobody has ever just really taken the time. Well, now we have, but, you know, back in the day, taking the time to really figure it out. We never just tried to figure it out, you know, and now that we have all these wonderful, fun products and you know, people that inspire us, I just feel like she's gonna go far, and her hair is gonna grow too, you know, real long from all the you know, the great products we have and the great help that we have from people like you and YouTube. So I mean, we got to teach our children what's right with their hair, because I feel like it's a lot of things right.
I love that. Hair. Wow, thank you so much, Phoebe, for saying that. You came with the jewels today. You did.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'll definitely check out these LRC.
LRC, yes. And it's also in the chat, and I will make sure to post. I noticed when I post a video from a meeting, the chat doesn't always come up, but I'll definitely put it in the products listed on the site. Yeah. Thank you so much, Phoebe. I appreciate you. And let me know when you get the LRC. And also let me know when you want to do it too, so I can see the both of you. I can see you guys' hair.
Whenever your time is good, you know, like we'll be there. I get your emails and I'll sign up.
Okay. Anybody needing to reach out, I'm at askfeliciamoore@gmail.com. If you want to book a private consultation, however, go to FeliciaLeatherwood.com and you'll see it right across either the top or the bottom. You can book a private consult with me on FeliciaLeatherwood.com. And it'll just be me and you. We can do it all. But thanks, Phoebe. Have a beautiful day. She sounds so cute.
Thank you. Oh, you can hear in the background.
Yeah, she sounds so cute.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going anywhere. Just
okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye. That was so awesome. Phoebe saying that was just great. All of y'all, everything. Viola, Beverly, like y'all are just amazing. Janelle, thank you so much. Anybody else want to chime in? We have, well, usually I do this for about an hour, hour and a half, but I'm gonna go a little longer today. So Dana, you wanted to say something?
I did, just right real quick. I have a son that's 11 years old, and I'm learning. I don't have a daughter, but I know as a daughter how I felt as a kid. And I love television. I never see anybody that looked like me in television, but also I think that I came from a household that was very, I wouldn't say that they were hard on me, but everything had to be perfect. Everything had to be straight. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. And I think a lot of that I felt like I couldn't do anything or really be adventurous, or even maybe didn't feel love sometimes. So I'm learning how to give myself that self-love right now. Yeah. And I'm learning the more self-love I'm giving myself, I'm able to not kind of be the same way with my son. I'm able to be more open with him. I'm able to be more understanding with him. When he starts to get upset, I don't get frustrated. I'm more in a loving space, and I'm not feeling all of that negativity that I felt as a little baby, because we're still all those little kids inside. So I think that'd be helpful if we just try to practice more unconditional love to ourselves, and it just extends out to everybody else.
I love that. Thank you. That's amazing. Y'all are just dropping the jewels. Thank you, Dana. Wow. Okay, I see you. I'm messing your name up. You got to help me. Siobhan?
It's Siobhan. It doesn't even matter. I love you, Felicia. I appreciate it. It's Irish. My mom named me a very peculiar name. I get that all the time. I did want to just mention to all of the parents on here, for me growing up, my mother wanted me to wait until I was 14 to actually perm my hair. And when I finally had the opportunity, I changed my mind. I think it's and this is what my hair looks like now. I had to cut it because I colored it. But this is like me between my twist out. Yeah, thank you. I would just keep inspiring you to share with your child why they're beautiful and keep telling them that, as well as continuing to show them all of the different celebrities that are out there that actually have natural hair. And some people may not be that the top of the celebrity chain. It doesn't matter. There are still people out there who have natural hair, who are showing and representing and embodying that love for self. And I think it's so important when they have that and know that they're beautiful as is. My mother forced me to love myself as I was versus trying to elaborate look at outside of daily job. If they're on set, they look just like you and me. They're not 100% perfect all the time. So I would just encourage you to keep doing that. It's a little difficult to learn how to do your hair in the beginning or do hair, but once you get the hang of it and you understand what works for you, and I think Felicia doing these in all of her videos that she's already done, amazing. I really appreciate you, Felicia. I did have one question though, because I've been doing the Jamaican castor oil and I've been seeing like some baby hairs, which I'm like, yes, I love it. But I just feel like it's a little too, it's like oily. Is there a way? Yeah, is there a way for me to combat that?
So it's a serum, and that's why it's a bit thick. So there is another, going back to this company, Alodia, because I've been using her oils too, and she has one for breakage and also dryness, and it's got rosemary, cedarwood, and thyme in it. Can you see that? And that's Alodia.
Alodia. Okay.
And what I like about it, look how light it is. You see how it moves?
Oh yeah.
Like I really like when it's like, I look for that because honestly, the Jamaican black castor oil being a serum, it is supposed to be syrupy in its consistency, and that's why I take it and put a little bit in the hand and then use the palm of my fingers and massage it in, so it's not like when you put it on it's like there, you know.
Yeah.
But it works. It's just that it's that issue of it being so thick. So how do you apply it? Do you have like a little sprout top?
I actually put it in a little lid, and I just dip my finger in and just go through and kind of massage it in, and then after massage it all over.
It's super thick. These are the other ones that Alodia makes. Can you see it? And she put like herbs in it, and it's pretty thin. And this one's more of a dropper. So kind of just,
that might be better.
Yeah. But so I think, and that smells good.
It smells good too. Okay.
Really nice. I like when I see herbs.
Yes.
Exactly. It works. It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, she's got some good ones. And this is a Scalp Tonic here. And I don't think she's sold out of this yet.
Okay.
Not everybody's into oils, you know. But
I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, I know what you mean about the Jamaican castor.
Yeah.
It works. It's just super thick. Yeah. By the way, your hair is gorgeous, and thank you for showing us this pretty hair.
Thanks so much. All right, it was nice talking to you. I'm going back on mute.
Okay. Bye. I saw in the chats, Shirley Brown said something great. Shirley, you wrote about discovering your hair. Are you still on here? And if so, would you like to share that? Shirley Brown? I don't know if she's still around, but she wrote in the chats. Oh, here she is. Can you hear me, Shirley?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you repeat what you wrote? Because I think that's important for people to hear.
Last year, my oldest daughter, she turned me on to natural hair. She's like, why don't you just go natural? Because she had started doing it and everything, and it was really beautiful. And so I started doing that, and when I started doing it, I was like, oh my gosh, my hair actually curls. It's like naturally. Like, why did I pay to do a California curl back in the day, and I could have just curled my own hair?
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful, and I love just that, the feeling of it and everything, and it's going like, wow, I never imagined I could do this with just my natural hair.
Yeah. And did you feel empowered after having that discovery?
I did, and I love it. It's like, it has its little challenges of trying to figure out, okay, what works, what doesn't work, how I want to do it. But when I do, it's like, it's amazing. It's like each time I'm doing something with it, I seem to learn something new about my hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every time. The natural hair, that's the thing. For some reason, every single time, even as a hairstylist, I could give 5 people an afro puff or an afro ponytail, it looks different. It always looks different. And I feel like our hair has moods. So depending on whatever we're going through, the hair is going to go through that. You know,
Totally agree.
however much sleep you got, that's how much sleep the hair got, you know. But yeah, I'm so glad that you've discovered it and that you're having fun with it. And I'm here if you ever need me or have questions about it.
Okay, I will reach
Thank
out.
you, Shirley.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna do about 10 more minutes, y'all, on here. And so if you have questions or comments, because yes, we are talking about all things hair, and specifically our young ones, our children, our daughters, and how to instill self-esteem in them through loving themselves and loving their hair and loving their texture. So feel free, you guys can put your hand up, or you can just actually unmute yourself and start talking. I believe everybody can kind of do that. Hey, Jenny, good to see you on here. I think it's kind of, it might be about 10 p.m. where you are, 9 p.m. if you're still in Germany or Amsterdam, I believe. So until anybody has a question. So one of the things that I also read is that a lot of times our children hear us say negative things about our own hair. So if they hear us say negative things about our own hair, they're going to definitely pick it up, especially at a young age. You want to repeat everything we say and do. And so it's like, if you're not loving your hair, it's going to be very hard for you to teach your child how to love their hair. Before the quarantine, I often would tell moms to go and take the children to a natural hair show or some kind of natural hair event. But now we don't have that. So I think a lot of things will become virtual. And I believe some of the shows are working it out to have a virtual situation happen. But we have to show them cartoons, movies even, that represent natural hair. Now, some people would say, well, there aren't any movies. Go on YouTube, y'all. There's so many good movies on YouTube that represent and help us with our natural hair. I do an event every year called Curls on Film. And that event is to basically put the spotlight on and to embrace movies and films that show us who we are with our natural hair. There are different filmmakers, usually Black women, that have produced their own movies, and we'll do like a film festival. So it'll be 3 to 4 movies shown, and we have about 100-something people come out to a small theater. Well, this year it'll be virtual. So we're working on that now, and the movies will be about natural hair. There'll be about 3 to 4 different short films, and the people who will buy tickets will get a box that has all the goodies you need for when you go to the movies, since we won't be able to be together. So I'm looking forward to that, because we picked some amazing, empowering films that we're going to show you guys. So it's Curls, Kurlz, Curls, Kurlz, on film. And y'all, I'm going to drop it and I'll send you a newsletter about it so you can see that. But yeah, Hair Love is a good one for the kids to watch. Wendy, I don't know if you've shown the girls Hair Love, but you can find it on YouTube. And I think they would really enjoy seeing Hair Love. It's a good one. Okay, E. Stevens, gonna found an Instagram and found influencers with hair that look like your daughters, and she loves seeing someone that looks like her. Okay, so E. Stevens says she's gone on Instagram and found influencers with hair that look like her daughter's hair, and she loves seeing that look on herself. That is great, E. Stevens. Actually, that's right there the ticket, because now you have so many young influencers. We post about them because they do videos using the brush, the Felicia Leatherwood brush. So on Brush with the Best on Instagram, there's probably about 10 different videos, especially the little girl Jade and her mom and her little sister. They're hilarious, and they're always using the brush. But to find an influencer that has your texture, that definitely is number one. And I often have said to you all, you've heard me say it, if you're looking at someone who doesn't have your texture, even on YouTube, and you're like, I want that hair, you're barking up the wrong tree, because you almost set yourself up for hair defeat. If you're looking at, you know, say Tracy Ellis Ross's hair, which is a beautiful curl, but maybe you have hair that's more like Tiana Paris, which is also gorgeous kinks. And so you can't wish for the texture you don't have. What you want to do is love the one you with, which is your hair, the texture you have, and find the products that work for that texture. So that's really important. Y'all already know all that. I just have to keep reiterating and saying it over and over, because we will see a product and say, I want to try that. Then you look at a person's hair is used on, that's not even the texture you have. So when you get the product and it doesn't work, you got to know why, because it wasn't for your texture. So that's okay. Nadine, wait, y'all got some good stuff to say now. So Nadine, she thinks some moms do not know how to have their daughters embrace their hair because of their own upbringing. Yes. She says she's 52 and only went natural 5 years ago. Oh, congratulations, Nadine. My mom had straight hair, type 3, and I think she wasn't sure what to do with your hair. Okay, yes. So she used hot combs and eventually permed it, which continued as an adult. It was lack of resource at the time of knowledge. Thank you, Nadine. You're so right. Yes, if your mom's hair was like a softer texture and she straightened it, my mother, the same. My mother used to straighten her hair. She had super soft hair, very fine hair, but she never straightened my hair. And a lot of my friends, their moms had permed their hair. So I thought I wanted a perm. Thank God my mom didn't perm my hair. I would have been jacked up, because my hair is very sensitive and it would have all fallen out, which I found out later it did when I got old enough to perm my own hair. But yeah, our mothers don't know, and they're on the go. And if you're a single mom and you got to do hair, man, you're trying to figure out the shortest distance to get where you need to go. And so a lot of times they're ponytails. They'll put the hair up in ponytails. They'll sometimes put braids in the hair and leave them in way too long. Y'all moms out there leaving these braids in too long, don't do it. Because when you go to take the hair out, the child loses more hair than they would have had you taken the braids out after 3 to 4 weeks. You start getting into like 2 months of braids in the hair, you're going to take edges out. So please don't do that. Please do not do it. What else did I want to say? I'm playing with the screen. Another thing too that I noticed, the ponytails on the young girls, especially teenagers, when they slick their hair up in that ponytail every time, and they use Eco Styler and water, right? Same thing over and over. Now that it's hot outside, and anytime even if you're in the Caribbean and you live in a hot climate, when you slick that hair up in that wet ponytail and you use that same ponytail holder, it starts to mildew. There's no air that can get inside of the ponytail to dry it. So mildew sets in. If mildew sets in, fungus starts to form, and that starts to break that middle piece off. And that's why some of us have issues growing our hair right there in the middle, because when we were younger, we kept wetting it, pulling it back, pulling it back, pulling in ponytails, even with braids, pulling it up, pulling it too tight. And it starts to create a process in the middle of that hair where you're training it to be pulled out, or you've set in a certain type of skin condition, scalp condition with that wet hair, and it makes it hard for us to have thicker, fuller hair right there in the middle. That's just a couple of scenarios about the hair. I'm not saying that that's the only thing that makes your hair break off in the middle, but that's definitely part of it. So if you have a teenager, she's got ponytails and they're wet and she keeps putting them in the same space, she's got to move that ponytail around. It needs to be lower, maybe over a little bit more. You can't keep doing that wetness. and that heat, no air, no dryness in that spot, it's gonna mildew. And that mildew also makes the hair smell like mildew. And I'm sure y'all all familiar with that smell, because it happens when you wash clothes and you forget to take them and put them in the dryer. So let's see, one more question and a couple of comments I have here. If anybody has a question, because I'm about to wrap it up and let you enjoy your Saturday. It looks like Nadine, how long should a high ponytail stay? Well, if you're doing a ponytail and let's say you went to the hairstylist and she did it, you usually will keep it for a week. If it's too tight, take that sucker out ASAP, because I don't want you to lose edges or hair. It's not worth it. If you're doing your own ponytail and it's wet, you can do about 2 or 3 days, which means you're not going to wet it every day. You're going to wrap it at night, wrap it like with a bandana, not a satin scarf or silk, because it'll slip and you want it to hold your edges. So you're just going to take a regular bandana, a Tupac bandana, and fold it the long way and wrap your hair, and then cover the top ponytail with a satin bonnet so that it doesn't get frizzy. And that should last you about 2 or 3 days. If you have super thick hair and you're trying to put in a ponytail and it's wet, take your dryer, your hair dryer, and try your best to just dry around that base of that ponytail. So try to get it as dry as possible so that wetness is not sitting in there, especially in the heat, especially when it's hot outside. So that should help you with that. Wendy, your daughter Anita wants to keep her hair up like that and you won't let her unless the hair is dry. Yeah, the hair has to dry. Rakia wore puffed the other day and was boiling, middle of the hair, accumulated sweat. Sorry, Rakia, dang. Yeah, you got to get some air in there. You know what I used to do when I wore ponytails? I would take a pencil or a pen and I would try to get space up in there, or either the rat tail comb, and I would go inside and get space. I would also scratch my scalp while I was in there. But but yeah, that's what I would do to get a little bit of air, and I would put the blow dryer there. So y'all, I think we're at the end, and I am so grateful. Thanks, Kim. Yep. What do you do in the summer for hair with child who's consistently on the move? Okay, so summer hair for children. Good question. I love to do the double strand twist, and what you can do is a variety. You can do 2 ponytails and then double strand twist the hair that's out. You can do 3, 1 on the bottom, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the top, double strand that hair, because a lot of times the kids are going to want to swim, but you're not going to have to start doing their hair over. At least if you do a little ponytail, 2 on the side or 3 down the middle, you can get air within the scalp, especially that middle part I told you that breaks off, but you can also get the edges smooth when they frizz up a bit. So you don't have to worry so much about, the hair being completely out. It's more about the edges. The other thing you can do is you can do protective styles. You can do braids, you can do cornrows. Just don't leave them in for 2 months. You leave them in for 4 weeks and you start over, because you don't want the hair to break. So those are my recommendations. And if they're swimming, try to put a little bit of leave-in conditioner on the natural hair and then put the swim cap on. That's what you do. After the pool, clarify the hair with a clarifying shampoo or apple cider vinegar. You can do an apple cider vinegar rinse in one of these spray bottle, sprout bottle tops. And you can dilute it with some water, and then that'll strip away some of that chlorine and all the stuff that the pool leaves in the hair. Another good tip, right before I go, I just remembered one of the other things I love to do is I love to take the shampoo, right, and put it in here and put a little water in and dilute it. I actually put some water in this one already, which is why it looks like this. I like using the shampoo by thinning it out. I feel like it suds better and it goes farther, and you can take this and get inside this to the scalp. A lot of times when we shampoo our hair, it's just sitting on top. Get in there. So when you have this, you can get up in there and actually shampoo the scalp, and it'll rinse through the hair. That's my tip, and that's my trick for shampooing, especially when you got super thick hair or you have kids that don't really like to sit still and get their hair done. Put it in here, put it on there, massage it in. You'll see the suds come up, wash it out. You're good to go. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I will see you hopefully next Saturday. Yeah, pray for me, because sometimes I just want to lay in my bed. But I love these conversations. They're really great, and it feeds my soul. And you all have had amazing things to say. Y'all, I can't wait to do this playback. I'm going to watch this one. This one's good. Beverly, I know you over there working it out. I can't wait to see the finished look of this wash and go. Send me a picture. Wendy, I can't wait to get you these products. Thank you so much. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you, Phoebe, for those wonderful words, and Viola for dropping that book knowledge. Thank you, Shirley. Who else did I leave out? Dana, man, that's my girl. Nadine, all of y'all on here. E. Stevens, everybody, I'm so grateful for you. If I left anybody out, it's not on purpose. I love each and every one of y'all for being here with me on Saturday, because I know you got better things to do. So thank you. Bye, y'all.